Hello everyone, welcome back to Premier League predictions. Game week 29, the Kylian Mbappe edition. Wore it at Monaco. People thinking Kylian Mbappe's, he's not that number. He wore it at Monaco. Get your fucking facts right. So, as always, we're going to kick this off with our predictions from last week. Now, on game week 28, it was me, Shreyas, and Sam. I'll kick it off with my result. I got 4 correct results and 2 correct score lines. And the score lines were Wolves and Everton. I predicted a 1-1 draw. And I predicted Tottenham and Bournemouth a 2-2 draw as well. I always seem to get draws right. I can't explain why. I just do. You can go back and watch the other videos where, I just do it. I can't explain it. Shreyas got 3 correct results. So no correct score lines for him. So slightly down on the predictions. And Sam brought in 4 correct results and 1 correct scoreline, and his correct scoreline was, I'm just looking for it now actually, which one was it? Brighton, Fulham. It said Brighton would beat Fulham 2-1, and he got that absolutely spot on. So not a bad week in terms of predictions. I mean, the Premier League is just so hard to predict. It almost makes it impossible because something just gets chucked up in the air, a result that you do not expect, and bang, your prediction straight out the window. That's why Super 6 is so hard to win, and that's why they give out such a big cash prize, because it is genuinely really, really hard. So as I go through this week's, make sure you get yours in the comment section. Let us know what your thoughts on the show in general as well, and smash a like on the video if you can. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, you've got 1 banana skin to use where you think there could be a slip up, where a team that's in decent form, let's say for example, has a weird game and they lose it or draw it, and you think, ooh, it's quite weird. That is a banana skin, or the definition of banana skin. And also 1 barn burner in a game where you think it's going to be carnage, goals galore, a 3-2, a 4-3, something like that. You might not have one this weekend, but I know which one I'm going with. So, remember as well, the Carabao Cup final is on this week, so I think Liverpool, Newcastle, and there's a few other teams that aren't playing as well due to double fixtures and stuff. It's a bit of a mixed bag this weekend, so we'll deal with what we've got in front of us. And what we've got in front of us is Everton versus West Ham at 3 o'clock. Now, if you look at Everton's last 5 games, they've drew the majority of them since David Moyes has taken over. West Ham, I mean, genuinely, like I was just talking about then, the teams are so unpredictable. I don't know what you're going to get from them, They beat Arsenal and Leicester, but then they lose to Newcastle, Brentford, and Arsenal. So, I don't know. I think the easy banker to go with this is the 1-1 draw, because Everton just draw, and both of them, not too far away from each other in the Premier League table, and both of them kind of a similar level. So, I think 1-1 is a logical guess. Let us know your thoughts. Next up, we've got Ipswich versus Fulham. Ipswich absolutely desperate for points as the championship and the reality of going back down gets closer and closer. I think they're going to have a real go here. I really, really leave it all out on the pitch. But I just think Forest is still going to win 2-1. I think they've got too much quality. I think players like Gibbs White, Wood, Elanga, Hudson-Odoi are all in phenomenal form, and they can just kill you on the counter-attack. And they've been doing it all season as I try to adjust my form because it's fell over and not make it look like that's happened. So, yeah, 2-1 to Nottingham Forest. But Ipswich will give it a really, really good go. Now, this next game I'm really fascinated with because I know I was talking about how unpredictable the Premier League is just then, but this one, I mean, Man City versus Brighton. Genuinely, I don't know. You look at the head-to-head history. Brighton won the reverse fixture. They're in better form currently at the moment. All the forwards are doing bits. Danny Welbeck, Matoma, João Pedro. They're all doing bits. They got literally a last-minute penalty in the last game just to get them the full 3 points. So they're finding ways at the moment. They are an informed team. But they're travelling to the Etihad. And I don't know what to expect from Man City. They've been underwhelming all season. Marmoush coming in and out of the team. Foden just hasn't hit form at all. Just not been the same player. From going to the Premier League Player of the Year to this, I don't think that's been discussed enough, to be honest with you. And even like the Euros as well and everything that happened there. God knows what's going on with him, but I think, again, I'm going to go safe with this and go with a 2-2 bet. I'm going to go with a Desmond because I can't separate them both. I think City can still be strong at home, but Brighton definitely going to get goals because City are quite open at the back. So I think a 2-2 prediction is probably safe. Please do let me know your thoughts on that one because I don't know. I need help on that, genuinely. After that, we've got Southampton versus Wolves. I don't know if Wolves have got Cunha back or not. I think he was serving, what was it, a 3-game ban or something, because the chaos has been causing. Something to keep an eye on. And Southampton are just poor, aren't they? They're just poor. They just lose every single game. So it'd be. I know that sounds harsh. I'm sorry, Southampton fans, but you wouldn't go for them, would you? Even at home, typically. But I don't think Wolves are going to absolutely smash them. So I think a 1-0 win is probably fair, and I don't think that game's going to be, game of the season or anything. It's going to be quite boring and just kind of an easy tap-in goal for Wolves to win. Watch this be like an absolute 6-4 now and just utter carnage. The last game on the Saturday at 5:30 kickoff is Bournemouth versus Brentford. Now we're talking. This should be a good game. My barn burner. Bournemouth to win 3-2. I think both sides have really good, genuine attacking quality on display. Whether it's Semenyo, Ouattara, Evan Nilsson's back in the side now. Justin Kluivert's been doing really well this season. You go to the other team, you got Bueno, Visser, all these guys. Even Kevin Shard who's coming in the team with Brentford as well. So I think there is goals in this one, and both teams play a strong brand of football. And you know what? Brentford only go 3 points behind Bournemouth if they win this. And it's all about perspective, innit? Because everyone was talking about Iraola and Bournemouth and how much of a fantastic job they're doing. And they're pushing for Europe and all this kind of stuff, right? That was the narrative around Bournemouth. But nothing gets mentioned about Thomas Frank, who's all doing an incredible job as well. So look, perspective's important. If they get that win, it could be Brentford's highest finish, couldn't it, under Thomas Frank, which is, I think he's done a really, really good job there and doesn't get the credit he deserves. So yeah, I'm still going 3-2 to Bournemouth. Sorry, Thomas. Super Sunday arises, people. Arsenal versus Chelsea. Arsenal could well and truly get dragged into a Champions League race here, I think, if they're not careful. They're only, I think, 5 points ahead of Chelsea as we speak. Chelsea win. That narrows that gap. If City beat Brighton, narrows the gap again. I think that both teams in this are going to give each other a good account of themselves. And I've gone with a 1-1 draw. And I know this game historically threw out some mad results. I think there was one where Chelsea won 5-0. Where Arsenal won 5-0. Sorry, I think Chelsea did that to him maybe a few seasons ago. So yeah, this one could potentially be the barn burner. But given the fact Arsenal are really struggling up top at the moment, I know they scored loads against PSV, but in general, they're not scoring a lot of goals. And then Chelsea as well have been really flaky. Yeah, 1-1. In fact, yeah, I'll go... no, I'm changing it. Live change whilst I'm speaking right now. I had it nailed down 1-1. I'm going to go with an Arsenal 2-1 win. Let's see if that comes back to bite me. I'll change that just whilst we're recording. And then after that, we've got Fulham versus Tottenham. Fulham actually are better away from home in a weird way, and Spurs have been travelling well at the minute away. They've been decent, and they're starting to get players back as well, and they won in the Europa League. So there's quite a bit of confidence around Big Enge and Tottenham at the moment, even though, despite they're still in the race for 14th with United. I think Tottenham are going to win this. I do. Because Fulham are that team where you back them. Yeah, they're doing well. They're in good form. They've beaten some of the big teams. And then they have dips at times when you're not really expecting it. And I just think Fulham are looking all right at the moment. And Tottenham, they're looking all right at the moment. And I'll just edge them on that. Just slightly. But it'll be a tough game for both teams involved. And then the last game at 7 o'clock on a Sunday, which should be a fucking crime, by the way. 7 o'clock on Sunday, you've got Leicester versus Manchester United, which is my banana skin, people. I'm not going to tell you the score predictions. If you want to go check out the preview for that, that should be out as I'm speaking right now. It should be on the channel. If not, it'll be out in a couple hours' time. I think this is going to be a slip-up for United because I think there's a lot of positivity at the moment. Great result on Thursday yesterday. I was there to witness it. Incredible. Decent draw against Arsenal. Probably should have won that. I think there might be an element of overconfidence here. And I think Rude might surprise us a little bit. I'm not saying Leicester will win, but I think they may get a draw. And it may dampen the expectations a little bit for Manchester United fans after being so miserable all season. I'm sorry, it's a prediction. That is what I'm going to predict. And I want to hear your predictions as well, so make sure you get them in the comments section. Let me know what you think of my predictions, how you see this weekend going. This has been Game Week predictions for Game Week 29. Let's see what happens, people. Enjoy the football. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.